Hello everyone! Today I would like to present my case building for the motion. This house believes that artificial intelligence is a threat to education. As the negative side, I strongly believe that although AI offers many conveniences, its excessive use has become a serious threat to education. Education is not only about getting correct answers or finishing assignments quickly. It's about developing critical thinking, creativity, honesty, and problem solving skills. Unfortunately, when students rely too much on AI, these important educational values begin to disappear. Today, I will explain three main reasons why AI is more of a threat than a benefit to education. My first argument is that AI reduces students' critical thinking and independent learning. One of the most important goals of education is to teach students how to think for themselves. Students should be able to analyze information, solve problems, and make decisions independently. However, nowadays many students immediately use AI whenever they receive an assignment instead of reading books, discussing ideas with friends, or researching information. They simply ask AI to generate answers. This makes learning much easier, but it also makes students less active in the learning process. As a result, students become dependent on technology. They may receive high scores because AI helps them complete an assignment. But when they take exams without AI, many struggle to answer questions independently. According to UNESCO's Guidance for Generative AI in Education and Research, educational institutions should ensure that AI supports learning rather than replacing students' thinking. This shows that even international organizations recognize the risk of excessive dependence on AI. Now, let me move on to my second argument. AI encourages academic dishonesty and weakens academic integrity. Education is built upon honesty, responsibility, and personal effort. Every assignment is designed not only to assess students but also to help them practice and improve their knowledge. Unfortunately, AI has made cheating much easier. Students can now generate essay, homework, report, presentation, and even programming assignments within only a few seconds. Instead of learning through research, reading, and critical thinking, some students simply copy AI generated responses and submit them as their own work. This creates serious problems. Teachers can no longer accurately measure students' real abilities because the submitted work may not represent the student's actual understanding. For example, imagine two students receiving the same assignments. One student spends several hours researching, organizing ideas, and writing independently. Meanwhile, another student only spent 5 minutes asking to AI for generate the entire essay. If both receive similar grades, the assignments become unfair because their efforts are completely different. According to OECD, generative AI creates significant challenges for academic integrity and requires educational institutions to redesign assignments methods. Therefore, it threatens fairness and honesty, which are two essential values in education. Finally, AI weakens creativity and essential lifelong skills. Besides gaining knowledge, education also develops creativity, communication skills, collaboration, and problem solving abilities. These skills are extremely important because they prepare students for university, careers, and everyday life. However, if students always rely on AI to generate ideas, write essays, summarize articles, or prepare presentations, they lose valuable opportunities to practice these skills by themselves. As a result, students may become highly dependent on technology while becoming less creative and less confident in expressing their own ideas. Although AI can provide useful assistance, it can never fully replace human creativity, judgment, or original thinking. Therefore, education should encourage students to develop these uniquely human abilities rather than becoming overly dependent on AI. To conclude, although AI provides convenience and efficiency, it also creates serious risk for education. Excessive dependence on AI reduces students' critical thinking, encourages academic dishonesty, and weakens creativity along with other essential lifelong skills. Technologies should support education, but it should never replace the learning process itself. For this reason, I firmly believe that artificial intelligence is more of a threat than a benefit to education. Thank you for your attention.